organization, Planned Parenthood Great Plains. I gotta tell you, I am taking an incredible amount of inspiration and peace from tonight. I know a lot of people in this room, and some of you know, that I have a special playlist that I play every time I drive into work, because I am also greeted by signs when I get to work, and they are not loving, and they are not about democracy, but they are about fear and anger. And so I do have a special playlist, and I'm going to take some of the songs we heard tonight and add them, because I have been in a place of anger and frustration, and it is hard in some ways, I think, to take inspiration from Congressman Lewis's legacy when we are in a state where we did so much. As you just heard, you all know what happened with Prop A, with Amendment 3. We are looking at a situation where, despite the atrocities that are happening in our state, despite living in a situation where there is a man-made health crisis in the state of Missouri and in surrounding states, our legislature has decided to undermine, ignore, deceive the people who live here, and instead put Amendment 3's version, a contrary version, back on the ballot. You all know it's coming. Boo, yeah. And they also, of course, have decided that if you are sick and you need to have a day off, you can't do that because they know better. The theme here in Missouri has been that the politicians, not the stars who are over here, we have our advocates, but many of the people in Jeff City, they will choose politics over people, they will choose wealth over health, they will choose control over autonomy. And the way that we stand up and fight back and make sure that people actually access the health care that they need is by voting. We are, I say as a Missourian, we are lucky to be in the state of Missouri. I know, it doesn't hit right now, but we are lucky because Planned Parenthood Great Plains operates in 4 states. Some of you are from Kansas, where we are now seeing 75% of our patients for abortion access are coming from out of state. The average travel time for people who need abortion in the United States is less than half an hour, but most of our patients are traveling upwards of 4 hours. Some of them as far as 12 or 14, and those of course are patients who can afford to take time off of work, who can afford to find a way to get from their home state to Kansas. And for a long time, Kansas was supporting already Missourians from all over the central and western part of the state. And we made history together when we did vote. When we took inspiration from Congressman Lewis and said, we're going to take back the power. The Constitution is ours. The laws that the legislature passes, they pass laws because we give them the authority in our Constitution, and we retained, as the people of Missouri, the authority to make our own laws through the ballot and the initiative petition process. A whole lot of states in this country that have abortion bans do not have that process. The people in Texas, in Louisiana, where women are dying, where patients are ignored, where people are being told to wait in their cars until it is a crisis. They don't even have the ability to go through the initiative petition process and say explicitly to the legislature, this is what we want. This is what we demand. And we did that last year, and we are going to show up, and we are going to protect the rights that we've established, and we're going to win next year. I have every confidence. But in the meantime, while abortion has been legal, illegal, blocked, accessible, I will tell you this week, we provided abortion care in Midtown Kansas City. Next week, we're going to have abortion care in Columbia. It is happening in St. Louis. People are getting care, and every time we can, we're going to offer services. Because it breaks my heart to have grown up in the central part of the state and to hear patients who say, I didn't know I had the right. I know friends and family who didn't have the ability to get care here. Maybe they had to forego care. Maybe they traveled. But we are not in that position today. No matter what the Attorney General says, the Secretary of State, the Governor, the Legislature, there is a constitutional right to reproductive freedom in our Constitution today. that the tactics we are seeing, when they make it harder to vote, when they make it harder to bring something and put it on the ballot, those are tactics designed to confuse and frustrate, to sow chaos, to make us all want to stay home. But Missourians didn't do that last year. They think they know more than we do about our bodies, our lives, our futures, but they sure as hell don't know more than we do about whether we're going to show up and decide our own futures. That's exactly what we did last year. It's what we're going to keep doing. And I couldn't be more proud as someone who gets to see on patients' faces every day what a difference it makes to be more free, to be healthier, to be safer. And so to those of you who are frustrated, and it's real, it is real to look at what's happening at the federal level, at the state level, and be tempted to say, what is the point? But the point is a patient coming to Midtown who says, I was planning the multiple bus situation, the hours of transfer, asking, begging friends for a ride, and instead I could walk to the Midtown Kansas City Health Center and get the care that I need. That is what democracy looks like. That's what we're fighting for, and that's what we're going to keep fighting for. We say a lot, show me what democracy looks like.
Democracy looks like.
So what is happening at the federal level, what's happening in Jeff City, it is not a beautiful democracy, but it is our democracy for us to fight for, to take back, and to redirect the country. Thank you all for showing up tonight, for showing up for Missourians, for showing up for patients. I just said this before, and I will say it again, partially because sometimes our team at Planned Parenthood needs to hear it. There are moments when you think that history is going the wrong way, but you all have heard, you all know, that the arc of history bends toward justice, and it is our job as Missourians, as Americans right now, to pull that arc and get it to justice as soon as we possibly can. We will redirect the course of the country. Thank you all so much.